are you, do you suffer with autism?
No, I'm not going to engage with that statement. My point is that it's all about. Well, you're the one alleging that I am similar to this. Let's focus. You know,
I think it's just interesting that a super majority of people think that you're autistic.
I wasn't just a fucking random nobody. You were fucking in Queen's chat as you were reacting to the video, and you start. I know you fucking. I saw you. You were like, yeah. This is a guy just boring. That's that.
After Chud said that you got raped, you all of a sudden start typing in all caps.
Well, yeah, because obviously when Chud says something that's a relevant situation, it will get people's attention. You know, I mean. Hi, Dickers. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Well, you know, I thought, because I saw you posted that YouTube shorts, so I thought you'd want to, you know, since you did ask to talk to me in the YouTube short, I figured you'd want to talk to me. But again, I messaged you in the YouTube short, like it's more of a comment. And I figure, you know, I guess you didn't see it. I said anytime, you know, around GMT, reasonable time. And actually, if anything, I'm doubling back on that because this is an unreasonable time for GMT. But, you know, I told you know, since I'm available, I thought I'd ask you if you'd wanted to talk.
Sure thing.
Now, this is what we're doing now. So, yeah, basically, I mean, do you, before I have some things basically I want to lay out, but do you want to start? But do you want to say anything before I lay out a bunch of stuff? I'm going to unpack on you. So I feel if you want to say something before that, go ahead.
Did you watch my reaction to your video on stream the other day?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So you probably got my take on stuff then. Okay. I'll say I thought you were just schizophrenic. Okay. Now I've come to realize you're a funny man. Okay. I don't know if this squashes the beef. We might have to continue feuding for a while. But no, I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. But anyway, yeah, you unload on me. I feel like this is maybe more of a, a come into
I'm just going to go ahead and start because it seems like you're just sort of awkwardly talking. So I'm just going to get started, right? So
no, I was getting the OBS figured out. Pardon me. I was just bloviating.
Sorry,
I got the
that's
OBS
my bad. So that was a psychoanalysis. You know, I hate when people fuck those up. I did think you were being a bit, you know, I felt like a bit bad. I felt like you ran out of things to say, and I was just gonna. I was gonna. No, that's my bad. Yeah. But anyway, I guess basically I have a couple of things I wanted to do to start with. I kind of like want to like set out. I have a list of things that I want to get your concessions on. So to start with, I would like you know, and this is one of the more personal ones, but as you know, basically whenever we've spoken, you've decided, oh, I'm gonna either kick this guy from my Discord, your Discord, your Dicker's Discord, or I'm gonna like ban him or do some other behavior. So I'd like it in the future. I would like some sort of like guarantee of amnesty. That's what I'm asking for. I think some sort of way where, you know, and it's fine if you kick me immediately, right? Because I understand sometimes in these situations you have to take immediate action, right? But some sort of like council of people, I think 3 people is a good number, that have to decide whether or not I should be permanently banned from your server.
Sure thing. I will say the first ban, okay, or the first kick, rather, was a genuine mistake. And I do want to say I'm very sorry for the way I conducted myself during that. That was completely my fault. I thought, for some reason, that when I pressed kick on somebody in a call, it would kick them from the call. I didn't realize that it would make them leave the server, but then leave it open for them to come back later. So I will own there. I mistreated you, and I am sorry for that. A council of people. I will agree to a general amnesty. Okay, I'll agree to that. I understand you're a little bit of a.
What's the point of a general amnesty at that point? What's a gadfly? Sorry, I don't understand that slang. I'm not from the UK.
No, it's fine. A gadfly. Have you ever heard of a man called Socrates?
Yes.
So you know how he was called the gadfly of Athens?
No.
Okay, well, never mind. So I'm saying you're basically the Socrates of my stream, okay? You can come, you can point out your criticism.
I don't really understand that. Wasn't Socrates killed? Isn't this like a horrible place to start?
But like
Well,
we'll do
but I still don't know what Gadfly
Socrates
is, so this
except
isn't
for the
really.
last 2 days of his life. Okay.
Oh, I didn't know it's all happened in 2 days. Well, I'm not. I just know about. I just know he existed. I'm not that familiar with like Greek philosophy, but I'll take your word for it that that's a good thing, I guess.
Okay.
All right, so okay, so that's good. I didn't. I told you to get hung up on that, so I'm already glad that you agreed to some amnesty. I guess. So the next thing I'd like you to do is I'd like you to fully walk back the idea that I was boring or am boring in any notable way.
Hmm. Um. I'm sorry. As much as I am, going back on a lot of stuff, going back on my principles. I don't know if I can go back on that. I think that would hurt my credibility too much. I'm sorry. I have to stand firm
Well,
on that.
the very fact that it hurts your credibility goes to show to me that it was a strong claim that
Hmm.
if you were to change it, would prove, your hastiness into making such a claim. So it feels more to me like you don't want to move back from it, not because it's untrue, which obviously in my perspective it is, but because to your eyes that'll hurt your. Do you think Chud will go after you? Is that what you're saying? Are you saying that Chud's going to go after you if you say I'm not boring? Is that what you're saying?
No. In fact, I think going back on a take like this, like like 2 weeks later, that'd be fine. That's pretty timely. I think I'd be criticized honestly, like the untruthfulness of the claim. Right? If I was walking it back, it'd be super obvious that I was, I'm taking it back just because I'm like lying or trying to like suck up to you. Um, so
I think it's
I have to
quite
stand on my
obvious.
principles there.
I think it's quite obvious, in fact, Dickers. And when you said I was
Hmm.
boring, that was you coping to your e-girl harem in order to make yourself seem like the one in control.
No. I mean, kicking you, I can understand you saying that was me, sucking up to my ego harem. But no, I was very, very excited to have you on because I thought it'd be like good content for what was objectively a very boring stream. But then you just started chit chatting with ZV. I mean, can you explain the ZV glazing? Actually, been
Yeah, of
excited
course I
to get
can.
you to answer on that.
In fact, I did explain it in my video, which I know you saw, so I'm a bit curious why you're asking me, but it's pretty straightforward. If you never spoke to ZV before, I'm sure you would be very excited to speak to him. And that's what I found myself in the situation of. And so that's why I
No,
was very excited. No, you
I
weren't
don't think
excited
I've
to speak
ever
to him
been
the first
excited
time.
to speak to ZV in my life.
Okay. All right. And you think you're like unique in that position, or you think that's like the average feeling?
I think that's the average feeling,
And have
unless
you
you're a big
seen have
fan
you
of his
seen
Splatoon drama
have you
commentaries.
seen ZV's Splatoon videos? Have you seen his latest video?
You're gonna bring that up. No, unfortunately, listen, I chit chatting with him in stream. Occasionally he comes on, all right? The only video of his that I've watched was Morale.
So have you ever heard the term an embarrassment of riches?
I have heard that term.
This kind of feels to me like the situation you're in, where you're surrounded by e-girl after ZV comedy legend ZV, and you just can't even bring yourself to be lifted from your chair for a moment by such an incredible. It's like the fucking king who has an entire kingdom of spoons but wants gravel, like in that Avril Lavigne. So that's you, okay, and that's not a good situation to be in, Dickers.
Hmm.
Oh,
I
and
don't
there's another
think
thing I
so.
was going to say,
I don't think so.
which was what was the other thing? Sorry, hold on.
No,
Yeah.
no,
What do you mean you don't think? You don't think you're embarrassing in an embarrassment of riches situation?
I don't think so. I think the people I had on that stream was Babka or Sammy, who doesn't make
Yeah.
content and barely speaks, except to make snide remarks that aren't funny. Mira, who, makes good art, like interesting art of like small shitter streamers. But in terms of an appearance on stream, you know. And then I think there was David in the call as well, but you
Yeah.
know.
Well, David's dead now, I think. So he had like
In
a
fact, I
Twitter post
wasn't
where
in an
he.
embarrassment of riches because that's why I brought you onto stream initially because I was very, very
Mm.
bored.
And there's another thing. There's another thing about you bringing me on is that you call me boring. And this is the other thing that annoys me about you calling me boring is that you put me in the situation. You stated, "Oh, I'm going to get this guy on. I'm going to really." It felt to me like you left me out to dry. Basically, you hang me out to dry when you brought me on, and it seems to me like is that what you do? Is that what you plan on doing with all future guests? Because the way you didn't engage what I was saying, you want to hyperfixate on me talking about how Discord acts like a phone, and I just
was very
feel
funny
like,
though. Will you admit that that is a very very, I'd say mockable, laughable way to structure that sentence? We were trying to make Discord
it would
act
be
like a
if it was
phone.
if it was a unique moment in the stream, but you got hung up on it so much so that when I wanted to move the subject on something more interesting, like you were having, or I don't remember what I wanted to talk about that day, but when I tried to move it on, you refused to engage and you cucked your own content. And that's what upsets me about you calling me boring. Truly, I've come to that conclusion honestly now live. I realize that's the worst part, is that you essentially, hung me out to dry and then criticize me for being dry, aka boring. And I
You
just feel like
tried to
that's
move
unfair.
on. What did you try and move on to?
I tried to move on. Well, I tried first initially. I tried to say hi to ZV, obviously, and
Which was very
once
boring.
and now that's just untrue. But even putting that aside, it was you didn't give me the opportunity to talk about the subject. Is my point, right? You didn't bring something up. You didn't say, "Hey, what about these comments you just left on my chat? What do you think of them?" You didn't say anything like that. You just commented on the fact I was talking to ZV. That's what you did. You just commented on the fact I was talking to ZV, and you decided, "Oh, no can do." So if you truly were the host in that situation, which you were, I think it's unfair for you to put all the weight for that conversation faltering on me.
Mm-hmm. Well, I just to say before we respond, are you do you suffer with autism?
No, I'm not going to engage with that statement.
No, I don't want to unfairly criticize you if you've got like, if you genuinely got like issues that like cause you to struggle with social cues, right? I don't want to like, do you know what I mean?
I'll answer the question, but before I do, something that you've said earlier, you said you've only heard of ZV regarding Mao.
No, that's just the only video I've watched of his.
Oh, so you haven't seen like the Himpleton ZV video?
Oh, I've seen that, yeah.
Oh, and
But I
you're
spoke
saying
to him
that's...
that night.
What do you mean you spoke to him that night?
He was in Chud's server, chit chatting on
I don't know.
whatever, like voice call.
Right. Well, okay. I guess that doesn't make any sense to me. I guess you hadn't seen it when ZV was on that time. Is that what you're saying?
No, yeah, but I'd spoken to him beforehand, and I kind of got the vibe. That's why I wasn't,
All right. Okay. Well,
Sorry, you're about to
listen,
answer my
regards to
question.
the autism thing, I'm not diagnosed. I'm not officially diagnosed, and so that's all. I'll comment on that topic.
Okay. Have you ever, in real life, have you been called autistic? Have like when you've gone on dates with girls, have they said like, oh, he was really nice, big tism though?
Well,
Have they said
how would
those
I
words?
know what they say about me outside of my, being there? I wouldn't really know. So, I'd say.
How would something that somebody says behind your back come back to you?
Well, not I just it hasn't come back to me is what I'm saying, but I wouldn't know if they've done it or not. So because I wouldn't be the first-hand source. But if it did happen, of course, it could be the case and no one told me, or could not be the case. It's hard to say with sort of way you're framing that situation. Now,
I'll criticize you the way I criticize anybody else. Then, okay.
That's good. That's good.
I think when I called you out, I called you out while you're in chat, okay, and I said, "Listen here, buddy boy," right? Well, I didn't say those exact words, but I can't remember what I said.
No,
So
you were very
paraphrasing.
combative. In fact, some people were saying you were skinwalking destiny in the way you tried getting me on. So
I think that was because your criticism was that I was skinwalking destiny. But we can leave that, okay?
Yes, and so you felt like you should play into that. Is that what you're saying?
No. I'm saying I've seen people say that, but I think they're only saying that as a result of your criticism that me
so
coding in Python was destiny.
I'm programming them into believing that. I see.
Not quite. I mean, okay. You do have autism. Okay.
Anyway, I understood what you're saying, and I'm trying to repeat it to you.
Can I finish a sentence?
Of course, no, of course. Go ahead.
Asking for amnesty and then interrupting me. Not a good showing.
There's a bit of a delay.
Don't worry. I
yeah.
When streamers, or when if I was not even really a streamer, but when people call you out in chat and tell you to then call in, they're not like interested to hear your opinion on an unrelated topic. Usually, they want to bring you in to discuss what you've said in chat, right? Now, I thought that was just understood, or that just would be understood by the social context. But obviously, you thought that
well and good.
brought you on just to chit chat.
It's all well and good for you to say that now. Why didn't you say this at the time? Why didn't you say this to me at the time? That's what I want to know.
I didn't even consider until you put out your video that you wouldn't know that.
Well, it's not about not knowing that. It's about the fact that ZV was a part of the stream. He was a part of the group of people that you invited specifically to be on that stream. And so me engaging with him is within the expected bounds of what someone would want to do were they to be invited on your stream, as I was.
Well, because I invited you to call in subsequent to
Yes.
your leaving chat and my chat. Well, when Sammy brought them up.
Yeah.
So I thought the topic or the context would imply quite clearly that I wanted to bring you on specifically to discuss those chat messages.
Well, it's possible that and I'm sure the context, made it lean towards that direction. But at the end of the day, you never brought those topics up. You never instanced them as something to bring up the conversation. And so I was sort of left in this perpetual waiting room, so to speak. And you didn't really think to, tell me, oh, your appointment's ready. If I had to create an analogy or a metaphor for that situation.
I did kind of create the instance of your appointment's ready when I said, ZV, call in. That was the little alarm bell. You ever been to doctor's office? They have little tannoy.
You never said ZV call in. You said Purple Pepsi call in. First of all, that's number one. And number two, you did say that. However, it's possible for me. It's not possible for me to know what your streams are usually like. It's possible that ZV himself, David himself, Sammy herself, were all invited from your chat. I don't know. You're having a sleepy time Fortnite stream. It's hard for me to know that you're in the mood to rigorously engage with my comments and chats. So I feel like
why
you make it sound it's obvious. Yeah, you did invite me on, but for all I know, you just wanted to have a bit of a snide comment. I'm telling you. Perhaps you invite anybody who you recognize in your chat because you just want to hang out for a sleepy time Fortnite VC stream. That's possible. It's also possible that you wanted to make sure I'm the real Purplepepsigaming. There's innumerable possibilities. Now, am I going to say, oh, it's impossible for me to think that you wanted me to start talking immediately about the comments I left? No, I'm not saying it's impossible, but I'm saying from your actions once I was in the stream, you sort of didn't navigate towards that direction.
Okay. I'll apologize. All right. I guess we might have to leave that up to the chat. Actually, I'll do a poll. Okay. To be fair to you, I'll do a poll. Okay, just to see, if I'm in the wrong here.
That's okay.
Okay. I'll let you know what the people think.
All right. Let's see what else. I have other things. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the next thing I want your sort of concession for. Or are you done? Or do you have anything else to say on that, I guess?
No, sorry, go on.
Okay, so next thing I want your concession for is that you leaked our private DMs into Spicy Chat. And you did, it was uncalled for when you did it. And you never even acknowledged that you did, let alone apologized. I tried to talk to you about it on our stream, but we didn't have that engagement there. There was a lot of sort of Death Note-based, material before, after that. But anyway, so you leaked my DM in Spicy Chat, our DM history. And you just sort of got away with that scot-free, and in fact, Chud even said that was a victory of you to out of nowhere leak our DMs.
To be clear, because you're misquoting Chud there. Okay.
He said you got raped, Pepsi. That's the quote.
Thank you.
Or it could be Pepsi. You got raped. But anyway, yeah. So I want you to acknowledge that it was uncalled for you to leak our DMs.
Now, do you remember what you said prior to me leaking those DMs?
I said I was in a cooldown period, and the reason I said that is because you said, "Oh, why are you still going hard at me?" And the reason you said that is because, well, I don't remember what I insulted you for, but it was true. I wasn't.
Okay. I'm gonna.
No, you can pull them up
if we're not sure, because I'm fairly sure there was some skinwalking, some shit talking from you.
Now, I do say that you're a skinwalker often. However, I'm not sure if it's in this case true that was a specific thing I was insulting you over.
I misspoke. But that's why I apologize. I said I feel like there is some, there's some lies. Frankly, you're leaving out a lot of context. Okay.
I actually went over all the context, but if you would like to go over it, sorry, not now. Okay. I have in the past gone over this context, but if you would like to for everyone on your stream, reiterate the context to them.
I will.
You're
I will.
more than welcome to.
I'm looking for them now. I thought that you would own up to it,
Yes.
but
Own up to the thing I said to you. Well,
in
it's
spicy
possible that
chat,
I've forgotten. However, I did acknowledge I was insulting you in spicy chat. However, I mean, I don't think that changes the fact that you leaked DMs and it was uncalled for.
okay, I will see whether it was called for. Okay, I will see whether it was.
No, I think we will see. It's not your call, to be clear. But anyway, sorry, that was me being pedantic. Go ahead.
Yeah. Fuck. I really cannot find them. Fuck. You talk a
Well,
lot
listen,
in
if you
spicy
want
chat,
to
don't
find
you?
them, you can go on my YouTube channel and you can go on my first stream, and I
No
went
self
over it.
promo.
So
You'll get banned from the server. I'm just saying, no self promo.
there's more of a assistant that I'm trying. I'm sort of like the Chow from Sonic Generations.
Oh, okay. Okay. Fuck.
You want? I
Okay.
can change settings. I'm offering the settings prompt right now. So
No, it's okay. Okay. So I've just looked and I found the chat where Chud says, haha, Pepsi, you just got raped, bro. Okay. Which we've agreed is a
Yeah.
good kind of marker for this context. Okay.
Yes, that's when it was happening. Yes.
I will bring the fuck, this is all gonna be fucking TOS. Okay. I will read them out.
Oh, well, yeah, you can
I'll
show them
forward
maybe,
your
and that'll
chat.
let you get away with more. Okay.
There's no way to bring this up. So I chit chat in spicy chat, right? I send a message.
Mhm.
I say, I get why people have criticisms about the way it went, though. I've never watched the Himbleton streams. I don't know what people mean when they say that. So I'm just kind of talking about the Kel drama subsequent, right?
And the fact people are calling you a Himpleton skinwalker, I think.
Or I'm the next Himbleton or something. I think you're the only person so obsessed with using the term skinwalker. But, you know. And then
You'd
you
be
say to
surprised.
me in a reply, you are a clout-obsessed snake, e-girl obsessed loser. Pretty harsh, no?
Is that hard? Let's see. For me, is that hard? Well, I called you a cow. Well, the thing is, the point of that message is that I used as many animal comparisons as possible. So it's harsh in that
used one.
there are numerous of them. Didn't I said snake? Didn't I call you a rat?
You called me a snake.
I'm really sorry. Could you repeat that?
Okay, you said you are a clout-obsessed snake, e-girl obsessed loser.
And I said that in response to your Himpleton thing. Is that
no.
harsh, though?
You said that in response to, if you look at the stream, I'll just bring these up.
Okay, I see them.
Yes. So I'm not speaking to you in that moment. I'm not being harsh to you, you know. I get why people think about that criticisms. You said you are a clout-obsessed snake, e-girl loser to the first one. To me, just saying, I get why people have criticisms. And then to me saying about the Himpleton thing, oh, okay, I guess that makes your behavior okay then. Okay? Which led me then to leak your DMs with me from not too long before, where I am going to bring them up on stream just because they're now public. You know, they've been leaked. I think that's fair enough.
No, that's fine. I mean, it's too late now. I agree.
Yeah. So you say, Dickers, I want to bury the hatchet. I'm tired of our feud! Exclamation point. Which we'll say, okay, because I've just done the wave thing. You added me on Discords to send this message, right?
Yes. Well, I didn't add you as a friend. I just sent it to you. But yeah.
Well, you added me as a friend to send this, no?
Well, no, I don't think I think aren't your DMs open because I don't think you ever accepted. I'm pretty sure we're not friends at this very moment, in fact. So I think I just send them to you. These are our first DMs, but I don't think we're friends on Discord.
You're right.
So if that's
okay, that's true. Yeah, you sent me that just to open it up, okay?
Yes.
And then I waved because it's the first message. I say, ha 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 ha, it's all good, dude. And you say yay, and then sent me a picture of your cat. And so I think we're having a more personable kind of like a more friendly thing, right? You say you buried the hatchet. We're going to be chill from now on. And then what happens in spicy chat? You know, you calling me a clout obsessed snake e-girl loser. Sorry, e-girl obsessed loser.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I understand what you're saying. You're sort of painting the idea that I went from trying to, in DMs, and in fact, even Chud painted this idea that in DMs I'm being one way, but on Spice Chat I'm being the other way. Now,
Quite
are you
overtly.
familiar? Are you familiar with calculus?
I am familiar with calculus.
Are you familiar
Bringing
with
up math terms
differentiation?
during an interpersonal conflict. I don't know.
I feel like it's a very
Destiny
good
Walkery to me.
analogy.
Destiny Skinwalker.
It is a very good analogy. Destiny does not have a math degree, so he has a music degree, so it doesn't really make sense.
Which makes it even more kind of embarrassing when he brings up math terms in debates. Sorry, go on.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that is what I think. Actually,
Do you have a math degree?
Observation. I'm working on a math degree, but
so you don't have a math degree.
My personal life.
To be clear,
my point is that it's all about. Well, you're the one alleging that I am similar to Destiny. Let's focus. Whether or not I'm Destiny Skinwalking, let's put that aside for this moment. Maybe later we can go into that, but for this moment, I just want to get across the idea that differentiation. Do you know what that is? Yes or no?
Yes, I know. Do you mean derivation?
Yes, but differentiate is not. Do you not call it that? You can derive. So
taking a derivative. So derivation.
So you know how the derivation of velocity is acceleration. Are you aware of that? Over time, let's say.
Well, no, that would be the integral. The derivative of acceleration would be speed. Sorry, velocity.
Derivative. Yeah, no, you're right. That's true. That's true. That's what I meant to say.
Are you really working on a maths degree?
Well, it's not a physics degree. That's when they talk about acceleration. The direction doesn't really matter. Okay. Point being, if you've driven a car, you know that you can't decelerate immediately. There's a moment where your velocity, it doesn't immediately go from 60 to 0, or whatever value is 0. There's a slope that's created as you're putting on the brakes. You agree or disagree?
I agree for the car analogy, yeah.
Hopefully. Now, the reason I bring up this car analogy is because I would like to place the concept of needing to cool down, needing to slow your velocity to the idea of me in this very Spice Chat message chain that you see on stream now. Because, on your stream that is, because the fact is, compared to my initial video, castrating dickers, this is a lesser velocity. This has a lesser value of, my aggression. And so it's fine and well to say, oh, in the DMs, you were telling me, I want to bury a hatchet, but over here you were still, attacking me. And that's true. That is true. But the point of me sending you that message was, I felt pity watching you in Queen's chat react to my video, and I thought, I feel bad. I don't want to keep going at this guy. I don't want to keep, slashing at him with this hatchet. I want to bury this hatchet. And so I sent you that very sentiment, and I began doing that. I began burying my feelings, and this was sort of during that changeover period where I hadn't fully, and obviously that had, I hadn't fully.
I think you're rambling at this point. Is that fair?
Well, you gave me space to talk, and perhaps.
Well, I'll just end that space what I said. And just because it seems relevant, I'll just bring up the poll. So I asked the chat, was the context clear? We got 20 votes. Oh, somehow a third option got on there. Anyway, so 5% of people said yes, the context was clear.
So you don't know how a third option got there, or is this some sort of rhetorical trick you're about to pull?
Who could say? So 5% said yes, the context was clear. 25% said no, the context wasn't clear. And then somehow 70% of people said that you're autistic. So that's interesting.
Like I said, I'm not doing statistics degree. Well, I think it was implied I'm not doing statistics degree, so you'd have to tell me the relevance of having an option on a sort of does that sort of befuddle the sort of way that you were going to extrapolate things, so to speak?
No, but I think it's just interesting that a super majority of people think that you're autistic, and that's maybe the best kind of takeaway from the review earlier. So I'm going to take that as we've kind of crowdsourced the diagnosis for you. Okay, so now
it's true. When people ask you, people viewing, I guess the majority do feel that way. That is true. Oh no, it's 21
people actually. Now. Thank you.
It says 31 on my stream on my screen. Sorry.
Well, 21 voted in the poll, so
Oh, I see. Anyway, I understand.
Anyway, so I would say, if we're going to take the car analogy, right? I think if we think about the car as our emotions, right? You might have something that slows you down. Maybe that was the Queenman stream, right? But by the time that you're very, very slow, that's when I would say you probably send a DM saying, listen, let's bury the hatchet, okay?
No,
And
no, no.
then,
You
so I expect you,
misunderstand
I think
my
that you're at a
timeline.
certain speed, you're very, very slow to the point where you're
Mhm.
saying, let's bury the hatchet, let's not go over this anymore. And then the
I,
next morning,
that's where you're wrong.
you've
That is
ramped
where
back
you're
up.
wrong. I'm telling
So
you
I would
now.
say
That is not how
you're
it
being a little
works. The
dishonest.
very moment that I sent you Bury the Hatchet, that was me being exalted in my mind's eye and realizing that there was only, despair that led on both of this path for us. Only despair was, the end result. And so, even though I was filled with righteous fury and rage, I still found it within me to tell you that I want to bury the hatchet. Now, you might believe, but the very nature of being willing to do so meant that you must have been in a lulled, in a calm state. And I'm just here to tell you that wasn't the case. I was, livid. So you could say livid, not just with you, but just in a general sense. And so when I sent you that, while you might think, oh, well, you're at a low velocity, that wasn't the case at all. And so hopefully,
Okay.
with that context, maybe does that
So
change
you
your
said,
perspective now?
just to cut you off because the rambling is insane. You said,
Uh huh.
let's bury the hatchet, right? But then in spicy
Yeah.
chat, it looks like you've got your hatchet out, right? I'm a little,
Yeah,
you're
that's
a
my whole
Viking,
point. Yes,
I'm a
of
little
cooling down. Yes.
Anglo-Saxon villager, right?
Yeah.
And you are slashing me over the head with your hatchet,
Hmm.
calling me a
You know.
clout-obsessed snake, e-girl-obsessed loser.
Yeah.
I would say that's pretty strong language, no?
Well,
Shit.
it is strong, but you have to compare it. You have to compare it to what came before, which was the castrating Dickers, event video. And so compared to that, I feel it's actually lower. Do you agree or disagree?
I would say that's probably more harsh than anything you said in your video. That's quite harsh.
Hmm. Oh, you really think so?
You called me clout obsessed, a
Yeah,
snake,
but I do that in the video.
e-girl obsessed, and a
Definitely do that
loser.
in the video.
And there's a little exclamation point on the end, which I think,
Yeah, but in the video, I say, "Look at this guy's stupid face. Oh, what a
you do say a
moron,"
lot, but I'm saying
etc.
that's more harsh than any one sentence you said in the entire video.
All right. I hate to like burden you in this way, but could you like do another poll? Could you do another poll?
It depends. Is it funny?
Well, no, the poll is about this very question about whether that statement is better or worse than what I said in the
Okay.
video, harsher or
Okay.
less harsh.
Let's do. I'd say is this behavior contradictory?
No, I want you to ask: is that message harsher or less harsh than the castrating Dickers video?
I mean, that's an irrelevant point. The thing at the end of the day is,
That's
was
the
it
whole
okay for
reason
me
I
to
want the
bring
poll.
up these DMs because you were being
Oh,
contradictory?
I'm glad that you said that. Even if what you're saying is true about me being extremely harsh and spicy, I don't think that validates you to just bring out our private DMs out of nowhere. I don't think that justifies it. Even if you consider what I did harsh.
Okay. I've done another poll. I've done another poll. Okay, let's see what people think about that. I think, all right, these private DMs, right, were the first time we had ever spoken together. Okay, first time we'd ever spoken together. I've got no idea who you are, or to be, I guess we are, chit chatting now for the first time. But before, I don't think we'd even interacted in Spicy. You were a random nobody to me. So if you're gonna kind of DM me and be buddy buddy, and then come at me so hard and ruthlessly in Spicy chat, I would say it's fine to leak our DMs.
You're lying. You're lying right now.
Wait, are you saying that I'm saying something I don't believe, or lying in terms of like I'm wrong?
I think you might actually not believe it. Actually, now that I think about it, truly, you don't even believe what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
The reason for that is because I wasn't just a fucking random nobody. You were fucking in Queen's chat as he was reacting to the video. And if you start, I know you fucking, I saw you. You were like, this is a guy just boring. You want a summary? This guy was just fucking boring. That's the video. And then as Queen watched the video, as you saw the entire fucking tide of the fucking chat turn and fucking swallow you whole, you were like, okay, I guess, I was cringe when I said the train spotting thing. Oh, okay, I guess I was cringe when I, said defended Sammy's honor. Oh, okay, I guess Pepsi won. I guess Pepsi won. Oh, so for you to say, oh, you're just a fucking random nobody and spicy. Look at this behavior. No, you fucking probably have my fucking name in your fucking mirror, in your fucking desktop background, in your fucking wallet. You probably fucking wrote it on your fucking tattoo on your forehead that you hide using a filter. You fucking liar.
I haven't got any filters on my cam. I can put a filter on if you'd like.
No, I think filters are gross. I think
just to
really,
prove,
I don't like them.
one moment. Let me put a beauty filter on for the sake of this conversation.
And so yeah, basically, you saw me gape you live in Pepsi's chat. Well, I wasn't. You were there live. I wasn't there. I was asleep.
Okay.
Or actually, I might have been out.
Sorry, the results of the poll have just come in. Is this behavior contradictory? 12% said yes, it is contradictory. Okay. 20% said no. Sorry. 35% said no, this behavior isn't contradictory. And then somehow 53% said that you're autistic. Again.
Well, that's good. We're getting a consistent sort of like noise to signal ratio. And I think we can like filter out later. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, at the end of the day, sorry, not at the end of the day, but yeah, you knew who I fucking was because you saw fucking Queenman utterly eviscerate you via me. And so for you to say, oh, you were just a random nobody, so that's just a lie, and you know it.
I don't think I had seen the Queenman stream by this time, had I? Was this after the Queenman stream?
You had, you're lying. Yeah, you had.
Okay, well, I don't know. Sorry, why did you? Oh, because wait. So you're saying I'd seen the Queenman stream, and so you weren't a random nobody?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, you still were a random nobody, right?
No.
For example, I know who Shelby is, right?
Okay.
In fact, I think me and Shelby have interacted directly, right?
Well, has Shelby?
But he's still a random nobody.
Put you through a humiliation ritual on Queenman's stream? That's the question. I think the answer for her is no, and the answer for me is yes. And so, for that reason, this is, you're coping right now, basically.
Okay. I mean, you're a random nobody. These chats that I did leak are literally of you saying that you're trying to hide the, what the fuck did you even say? Oh, sorry, bury the hatchet.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, after seeing you get, hatcheted up, basically get hatcheted up.
Mm-hmm. It was a hatchet job, you're right. Correct.
Yeah. I don't know that. Is that slang? I don't know that slang either. Well, anyway.
I don't know.
Point being, yeah. So compared to you getting gapes live or hundreds of viewers, yeah, me saying some random thing in Spice Chats isn't a big deal. And since you knew me so well from the hatchet job that you just described, I'm not, as you tried to claim,
I knew you so well.
This leak. Yeah. In your nightmares, yes.
Okay. Well, I think I completely disagree. So I think it's pretty clear that you are autistic. And I think I probably had good cause to leak these DMs because there was, a little bit of you being one way in public, one way in private,
Okay.
Also, I don't think you said anything particularly, leakable in these DMs, except for you want to be nice.
You clearly felt differently, and you post a picture of the floor my cat was on. So that is quite personal information.
I didn't even include the picture of your cat.
You post a picture of the floor. Where do you think that floor belongs?
Probably in 20 million fucking homes because it's a very standard tile design.
Showing everybody the kind of house I live in. Is that you think okay? Perhaps in your moral fucking system, is that what you're trying to say to me? Whatever. There isn't even a point I want to bring up. But if you're going to,
I'm pretty sure you sent that picture to multiple people right now. If I want to, I can pull up that exact picture.
Trust
because other people have sent it to me.
Because that's a whole other thing I've talked to Morale about. Okay, but that's between me and him. Okay, because unlike
so you
him,
know it was Morale. Interesting.
Yeah, because you know why I know it was Morale, because you fucking posted on your stream again. So even if you did show my cats, because when fucking Morale sent it to you, you'd say, "Oh, I'll let everybody on my stream see this yummy character of my cat's Tom." That's what you decided. You disgusting fucking you fuck.
Wait, your cat's called Tom? Have you just doxed your fucking cat?
Yeah. Well, no, that's been public knowledge though. So.
Oh, fair play. Okay, all I'm saying is you're fucking throwing these fucking pictures of your cat around like a fucking whore's vagina, all right?
No.
I don't think you can't really be like...
Morale. I trust Morale.
Trust Morale.
I trust Morale in my life. I trust Aiden with my phone number. Okay? These are people
you're coping.
Who I put...
I think you're coping. I think you're spurting.
They back me and I back them. Okay? Listen, you can live in your little fucking bedsit like fucking one man being an island, all you fucking want, alright? But eventually you're gonna fucking grow old and pathetic, and your 30 viewers are gonna satisfy you. You're gonna think, well, maybe if I gave Ada my phone number, this would be a different world I live in. Maybe, okay? Maybe the vapes will keep you fucking lucid for as long as you fucking need to realize, hey, maybe I'm not cut out for this fucking scene if I can't trust somebody with a single fucking cat picture. I don't know.
Okay. Well, was there anything else you wanted to go over?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, the next point really is it happened exactly after that whole DM leaking situation where you decided to kick me out of, or ban me, I guess, from your Discord and claim it was because I was recording a private voice call situation. And I feel like that's just patently not the situation that was occurring, and it's very slanderous of you to imply it was.
Mm-hmm. 1 second, I'll pull those up as well. Okay. Okay, here we go. So I think, I don't even know if this was true, okay?
Mm.
That you were recording me in VC. I think it might have been the case that you felt slighted because Chud was telling you that you just got raped, right?
Okay.
And so you might have said it just because, but I still thought it was weird enough to ban you from my server, okay? So
all right,
Chud
well, I mean,
says,
it's your server.
haha,
I mean, I guess.
Pepsi, you just got raped, bro. Classic weirdo Discord shitter behavior. You say in all caps, wrong. You are such a mark, Chud. People are telling you got dicked, you know. You said people are saying you joined the raped, right? And you say, I'm simply prodding and poking. Sorry, I'll quote you exactly. I'm simply poking and prodding him to record his face in a VC. And then I go and ban you.
No, actually, it was a lot later that you banned me.
Was it? A lot later?
Yeah. Well, like significantly later, you know. I mean, I heard you left the VC by then, and then you know, Mrao was talking to e-girls for a while, and then like, really, that's why it was so strange. You didn't say, Pepsi, you're recording me, I'm banning. No, you just sort of like, whatever, if you're gonna record me, whatever, and then you left, and then eventually later you banned me, and it was a bit weird.
Did I send any more messages? I might have not seen that until later. I think you said that maybe a minute or two later.
No,
so I didn't.
No, you definitely saw the. No. You're lying again. You definitely saw the. I am simply poking and prodding at him to record his face in VC because you talked about that to me in that VC.
Oh, so I did speak to you about it in the VC.
Yeah. So you obviously did see that while I was there.
Do you have a recording of that?
No, because I didn't actually.
So you were lying. You were lying in Spicy Chat then. You weren't recording. Yeah. And these messages weren't to prod me.
Oh, they were, but I wasn't recording you. I was looking at your face.
Okay. It kind of seems like you were lying just to seem like a big boy to Chud right now.
To Chud? Well, if I wanted to seem like a big boy to Chud, I would rent out a bedsit. That's what I would do. I would rent out a bedsit, and I would put on an accent, and I would put on headphones, and I would take my glasses off and on at strange intervals. And yeah, I think that's more along the lines of what I would do if I wanted to look big to Chud. I mean, Chud's already in the palm of my hand. I don't really need to look big to him. He's already basically like playing along to whatever tune I set. So it doesn't really make much sense.
I mean, after Chud said that you got raped, you all of a sudden start typing in all caps.
Well, yeah, because obviously when Chud says something that's a relevant situation, I would get people's attention, you know. I mean, that's just basic marketing. I mean, I'm not sure if you understand. I'm not sure what your degree's in or if you have a degree, but I mean, from what I know about people with marketing degrees, they would agree with me, so.
Yeah, but it seems like it's more than just you realizing it's a noticeable scenario. It seems like you actually got very mad that Chud might disagree with you.
Do you truly believe that pressing the caps lock button automatically makes you mad? Or do you think it's more of like a yell button? And you might say, oh, yelling makes you mad.
Do people yell when you're not? You can take... Do you yell when you're not mad? Or is
Well,
it?
yeah, often.
Are you afraid? Is that why you yelled?
Right. Well, first of all, you said when you're not mad, and you just thought of another situation.
Yeah,
But
when you're
even,
not
putting
mad.
that aside,
I can understand you
putting that
yelling
aside,
if you're afraid
yeah, you
or if
yell
you're
if you're in the
angry.
middle of a crowded street. If you're in the middle of a crowded street and you're trying to get your child, who in my case is child logic, if you're trying to get their attention so they don't get like snatched, that's the situation. Okay.
I don't think that many people were typing in spicy chat right now.
Well, it depends really. I mean, depends on how much. I mean, I guess you were multitasking, so you wouldn't really remember. You were trying to like keep up with the conversation with Morale and his
I've got the
e-girls.
DMs right
But I
now.
remember. Pull up the DMs, right? Yeah, I know you have the DMs up right now. I'm saying
Yeah.
you don't remember what speed they were going at because you were distracted while I was, focused.
Sorry, go on. Make your point.
I've made my point. My point is, it's fair to press the caps lock button in order for me to prove my point to Chud Logic. Okay, that's my point. Oh yeah, and then you fucking kicked me. Like you left. You said, "I'm gonna go to bed, guys," and then like fucking 10 minutes later, I'm listening to Mrao. I'm cozy. I'm like wrapped up nice and cozy. I'm listening to Mrao flirt with some mean girl, and I get fucking
Wait,
kicked out of nowhere.
you're
And I'm
wrapped
like,
up
fuck
nice and
me.
cozy, being entertained by Morale talking to e-girls.
Yeah, yeah.
You enjoy watching other men flirt with women that don't have sexual access to.
Oh, I enjoyed watching Mrao do it because he's good at it. Okay,
Right.
God.
I mean, you tuned into my stream and you seemed particularly kind of excited by the fact that I was talking to e-women.
I see what you're saying.
You like to be e-cucked is basically the thrust of my question.
I mean, it's hard to say.
It's hard
because,
to say. I feel like most people would say directly no.
No, I understand what you're saying, but the issue is,
I'll do a poll in chat and see what they say.
I've never really had to think of it through this lens before.
Think of it through this lens. I'm asking you, do you like to be e-cucked? I've never
Can you like
had
look
to
up
consider
maybe?
things through this lens before.
Is there like I mean, you can't really show cuckold pornography on stream. I wish you would. That would really help me prove a point here.
I mean, you weren't saying anything, correct? You were in
No,
the
I
cuck
was.
chair. You weren't while I was there. Are you afraid of me?
I was responding to you for one thing.
Only when I called you out.
And wouldn't that make us both cucks? Now that I think about it, wouldn't that make us
I
both
wasn't there for
cuckolds?
Morale being there with e-women. Morale joined after
why
I
were you
joined.
there?
Much
Why were
later
you
on.
there then? Could you explain that to me?
Because it's my server. I was chit-chatting
Yeah, but
while
you
I
were
was
in the
editing the
waiting
video.
room. Editing a video. It's a likely
Yep.
story. How do you edit a video while listening to audio at the same time? That seems a bit like
I mute every now and again.
there. You mute every now and again.
Yeah, I kind of
don't
look for
know.
where there's like big gaps in the stream audio. For when I'm trying to pull something up, and then I cut to when I've pulled it up.
So you're saying that they're like low quality edits that you don't really put that much thought into?
Yeah, I mean it's just stream VODs that I cobble together, but it seems like you're catching on to this to avoid the main point. That you're enjoying being e-cucked
yeah.
by Morale with e-girls.
I guess that is the main point right now. That's fair. Yeah. So do you want to like present that again?
Oh, sorry, the chat's okay. The poll's ended. Okay. Okay. So, does Pepsi like to be e-cucked? 61% said yes. 22% said no, and then still 16% said that you're autistic.
Oh, this is lowering over the stream, so that's good news.
I think more
right?
people are just interested to say that you were e-cucked.
No, I feel like,
But maybe that's
you're
not an autistic
conflating two
behavior.
things. I'm just trying to think about cuckold pornography right now. I'm trying to like visualize it. I'm trying to think of any. It depends, right? Because isn't one of the main benefits of being a cuckold, right? That it's sort of like at your house, but it's your house. But maybe you would say maybe it's even more cucked to do it at someone else's house. Maybe that's
I wouldn't
true.
know. I don't consider these things. I'm not a cuckold.
Well, you're not considering them. That's one of the main issues here, is that we're trying to consider it and you're not engaging.
No, I've never had to consider them. I'm asking if you are
Well,
if you enjoy
start
being
considering
e-cucked.
them. Start considering them, okay?
Okay, I'll consider it. I think you like
Yeah.
being geek hugged.
All right.
What would you like me to engage with? Is it more cooked for it to happen somewhere else?
Yeah. Well, that's the first thing. That was I have like a series of.
Do you have a server? Do you even have a house in Discord terms?
No. No. Why would I have a
Is it
server? That's
more cooked
gross.
if a homeless person gets cooked at somebody else's house rather than what?
On the
What's the
streets, yeah, on
alternative?
the streets.
On the
Well,
street.
it would be like a voice call. That would be like I don't know. That would be like a group gathering, right? In this analogy. Would you
Okay,
disagree?
I think it is less cooked to do it in a public VC. Well, I don't know actually. I don't
Oh,
know.
you don't know.
I don't know because I think it'd be more awkward to leave a voice call if it turned weird or if you weren't into being e-cucked. But if you were into being e-cucked, it wouldn't really matter. Then also you've chosen to join a public place just to watch somebody else flirt with e-women.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that? Sorry, no,
So
I
you're
didn't
admitting
follow.
to
Could
it.
you like repeat that? Well, yeah, I guess so. I guess by your logic, I am an ecock. You've convinced me.
I'm glad. Okay. Um. Okay. Is there anything else you wanted to go over?
Uh, let me think for a second. So you're saying you don't know anything about Templeton? You don't know anything about his history or whatever?
Not really. I think the only thing I really knew was like he put on Joker makeup one time, um, and then he, yeah, got kind of raped by CV. I never watched any of his streams.
Hmm. All right. Uh, yeah, why are you fucking covering Ben Shapiro? It's like so boring. What the fuck?
Um, well, he came out with a gay take. He said he liked musicals.
Oh, okay. Well, you don't like musicals? Have you ever seen Pure LeFou?
No, I like musicals. I'm just surprised that Ben
Oh, but it's
Shapiro
weird for
would
him
make a
to.
video saying how
Well,
much he
isn't he like
liked a
he's like
musical.
musically trained though, right? I mean, I guess it makes sense. But then you would
Right.
think, I guess you would think, he doesn't like modern music, so maybe that's the issue.
No. I think it's because well, okay. So Wicked is a subversion. It basically talks about like, it's clearly got a subtext of like I guess maybe layers of oppression or like looking different and that being like a, something that disadvantages you in society. And so it has it has themes or what you should be as a woman versus going for what, you know, kind of subverting like gender expectations and stuff like that.
So it's like
Um
feminist sort of is what you're saying.
Somewhat feminist, yeah. Somewhat kind of like race consciousness. Um, Babka, stop fucking spamming the chat. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, that's why. That's why.
Well,
I
she
know
doesn't
it's
agree
not
that it's a musical.
2016.
That's why she's spamming. But it is a musical, to be clear. But whatever.
Yeah.
But okay, so that's why. I see now why you'd cover that. I don't know. I just didn't think of you as a political guy. It's whatever. Okay.
Well, I originally came from like cover it. I was in the political Twitch space. That's how I first got to know of Chud.
Oh, right. So were you like on panels?
No. I wasn't a content creator. I literally have only just started
Oh.
like putting content out. I guess like if like 9 days ago, or whatever. But yeah, originally I would watch Chud while he was on panels. That's how I remember him. I knew him even before he was you know, kind of had the allegations. I
Oh,
remember reacting to those live when that was all going down.
damn. Wait, live on Twitter, you mean?
Oh yeah. I mean, like as it happened in the situation.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that is a bit older than I knew him. I only knew about him, I think, after that. I can't remember what. I don't know. I didn't like his streams when he was Marxist. It was very cringe.
Well, he's still a what is it like a Markfisher Marxist?
Well, when he talks about it, I mean.
Oh, I get what you mean. Yeah. Well, anyway, does that settle our feud? Are we finally burying the
Oh,
hatchet?
So why did you not go on Rouse that one time, man? I had to leave the house. You fucking woke me up. Morale woke me up to do that. It's really it was almost, it started raining, I think. I took a jacket that didn't fit.
I kind of felt like I didn't like the idea of Morale moderating anything. But then when I invited you to come on, and then you said you'd only do it if it was a moderated panel where somebody else would be in control. Oh, what did you say? Like a fair platform? You'd only go on to
Yeah.
it to discuss it on a fair platform.
Yeah, but then I realized I could just call you on Discord. I didn't have to be in your server. So it was, a bit of a short-sighted thing from me.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Little short-sighted. I think. Would you agree? A little sensitive, maybe.
No.
No.
Yeah, no. Again, I don't want to take too much of your time. I mean, we can go into that, I guess. But whatever. It's not a big deal.
But anyway, yeah, there we are. That was kind of why. And also I felt kind of like shitty participating when Queeman had like covered it on stream, and then he'd said he was trying to like arrange it together. And then I felt bad participating in Morale cucking Queeman's content. And then I realized, why the fuck would I even, why would I just not have it on my stream,
I mean, you could have had it on your stream. Just wouldn't be only on
I
your stream.
invited you on Morale's. I invited on Morale's, right? And you said no.
Morale's?
That's why the short that I put out is from that stream that night when you were trying to.
No, I know.
Oh, you know then?
Yeah, but that was after.
Okay.
That was after.
So no. It was during the confrontation with Morale and myself when he was trying to get me to call in. It was from that night.
Yeah, that was the reason you had the confrontation. Yeah.
Yeah, and still no response from you. You totally cucked out. You let Morale fight your battle for you.
Because you said you want. I don't understand your sleep schedule anyway. So you fucking stay. Do you like stay up till fucking 5? I figured you were going to do like a night stream. I figured you were trying to like steal Queenman's slot, and obviously I'm in the same time zone as you, so I don't understand. I mean, I guess we have
the
like
American audience,
opposite time zone. Yeah, but then if you're trying to get a sleep schedule, what does that mean when you put that into shorts? What does that mean? Because I figured that meant that like you're trying to wake up at like a normal time for GMT, but that's what I was trying to figure out.
Well, I'm trying to get a normal sleep schedule, so I'm going to trying to do it at the same time each night.
So, but it's still at night.
Sleep schedule, same time.
Well, yeah, but that didn't make sense then when you said about. But then, what is your sleep schedule now? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Just making sure I'm not going to bed like ridiculously late, like I don't know, like 8 a.m. That's insane. That's unhinged. Like, I don't know, maybe going to. Why the fuck am I sleeping up a sleep schedule? Is there anything else?
Because it's important. Well, it's because it was relevant to the, you saying I was flaking, but it's because I was asleep at a reasonable hour.
Okay.
But whatever. Again, we don't have to get into it. Whatever, man.
Yeah, but. Oh, he left. He ran. Holy shit, he literally ran.